Okay, now listen, I'm just in one of those moods. When I get in one of those moods, I can't help but be in one of those moods. I have watched several militias and their training videos, and I kudos to them who are trying to do their best. But I see little kids running around on the field learning it, which is good for learning. But when the SHTF occurs or WROL, there's not going to be any place on the field for kids, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, the mom and the daddies are going to be more protective of the kids than they are what's going on. All right, and women in the field, that's fine. If they've got one of those kind of aggressive ways in their life, and they're willing to shoot and die, then that's fine. But I want to be honest here, and you might not like me being honest because when somebody's honest, well, some people it rubs them the wrong way. All right. Now you all know I'm a seasoned vet, and there's plenty of seasoned vets that are in the militias. But when you're dealing with somebody who's never been in the military, they were never trained with discipline. And even though in a militia you're trying to train them with discipline, it's still volunteer. They can get mad and walk off at any time. Well, in the military, we could not get mad and walk off at any time. You know that, all you military vets. So I'm afraid that when the proverbial poop hits the fan, that there's going to be a lot of um, out for myself, screw the group. So that's something to think of. I was even watching Southern Prepper 1 where he supposedly he had a little scenario where he took on his cousin, and his cousin just had no discipline. And I thought that scenario was pretty neat because, when the shit does hit the fan, you're going to need somebody who has some discipline and is not going to use fear and run. Okay? So you got to know who you have around you. And you got to know who's going to stick with you. Because at least 30 to 50% of the people that you're training in your militias, it might seem fun to them right off the bat when the poop hits the fan. But when real bullets fly and real risk of death occurs, they're going to book. They're going to bail. And I'm just being honest. It's not their fault. They didn't go through the training we went through. Okay? So all you generals or whatever you want to put in there and put your title on and make yourself big and puffy, and you were probably a private in the Army. Now you're a brigadier general. At least you learn discipline. And when you're dealing with volunteers, okay, when I was in the Navy, I signed my life over, and if I would have just got attitude and left, I was AWOL. And I guarantee you that when they found me, I'd be prosecuted. True? I'm just speaking the truth. So if one of your buddies says, this is too much for me, man, I'm not going to get shot, they're going to book. You need to get a group of people around you that are committed and not going to want to book. Otherwise, you're going to be left holding the bag, dude. All right? That's why I brought up about black ops. Okay? Don't be raising these groups to stand in a formation and come against any military come in their direction. Dude, you got to go guerrilla. That's what a militia's supposed to be, a guerrilla outfit. It's hit and run. Hide and slide. Do the do. Get out of harm's way. That's how we work. That's how the militia is supposed to work. All right? So take it with a grain of salt, bud, but at least I'm being honest. And I'm not trying to boast or boost anybody up. War is hell. Bullets flying over you is reality. Getting hit with a bullet is reality. And it hurts. It don't tickle. And if you die, you don't respawn like an Xbox. All right? It's life or death. So you people need to train your people to know that this isn't just about storing food and just about practicing with your weapons. But if you're willing to live by the sword, you got to be willing to die by the sword. Okay? And I'm just saying that if you're going to shoot that gun, somebody's going to shoot back. All right? You better prepare to deal with what you got to deal with, because that's the reality. That's the reality. Just being real. All right? God bless.